Hello everybody, welcome back. And it's been a long time, hasn't it? But as you know, if you watched my last taste test video, you'll know that I fell off my bicycle, banged my head, got a brain bleed. Was out of action about 3 or 4 weeks in bed and trying to just do nothing and take it easy, and everything in the meantime went completely to pot in here. I don't know what the allotment's like. I've really only just sort of got back up on my feet in the last week or so. Still get the odd dizzy spells, but anyway, enough of that. We're in the polytunnel. I just wanted to show you around and just show you how bad it's got. Yeah, it's a bit like, I guess perhaps if I'd been away on a holiday for 4, 5, 6 weeks, something like that. But really it's been a bit of a disaster. I did so well at the beginning of the year getting the tomatoes up to speed, growing on 2 or 3 stems, and we produced masses, literally kilograms and hundreds of kilograms, I should think, of tomatoes this year. But as you'll see, they are now coming to an end. Lots of them, I haven't had the chance to be in here. I've just gone to waste and they've just gone on the ground, and it's really kind of been really disappointing. But I am in here today to get seeds for next year. There will be some tomatoes here which will be edible still, and what I have been doing actually, and I'll try and do a cut to it now, is I've been drying them in the dehydrator, cutting them into slices, put them in the dehydrator, letting them dry out. It takes about 48 hours as it goes, just on a, I think it's about 140, 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Just blows hot air through them, dries them out, and they come out these really thin, delicious, crunchy tomato sort of crisps almost. Bit chewy, but when you bite them up, they are so sweet and full of flavour. They're just amazing. So if you ever, think about getting a dehydrator and dehydrating your tomatoes, I really, really recommend it. But anyway, so there will be some in here to eat. But most of them, as you can see, really have gone too far over. So like these are bananas noir. I shall save some seeds, but let's say some of them might be edible. And then we've got others over the back here. Yeah, but it really has been an unmitigated sort of tomato catastrophe, or tomatogeddon. Tomatogeddon, that's what it's been. Actually, some that have done really well. Look at these. These are Tim's Taste of Paradise. These little ones. There's loads of them, and they've done really well. Whereas a lot of the others, like Alice's Dream, just really rotted off. We've got Michael Pollen. These are a beautiful green tomato, which go yellow when ripe. So this is so perfectly ripe, and yeah, they're delicious, really, really sweet. You wouldn't believe it from a green tomato if you haven't had one before. Anyway, right, I also wanted to show you how I'm sort of saving the seeds. People do them in different ways. Historically, what I've done is I've squeezed the seeds out, put them into a little jar like this. It's like a little glass ramekin. You get those little puddings in from the supermarket. Soak them for a day, and then I strain them out through a strainer, rinse them, clean them off. And then I put them into bags once they're dry. I put them back in here, dry them, and then put them into little brown bags. But I saw Jamie Oliver do something. I don't know if you know Jamie Oliver. If you're British, you'll know Jamie Oliver for sure. But I saw what he did, and I hadn't seen this before. And basically what he does is, let me show you. He just gets the tomato seeds from his garden, and he puts them onto bits of kitchen paper, kitchen towel, lets them dry out. He spreads them on the kitchen towel, lets them dry out, and then puts them into these little sleeves in a clip file, which seems like a really good idea. So they sort of stick themselves to the paper towel, and then you can just write on them what the seeds are. So I've already done a few here. Prairie Fire, they were delicious this year. These are the unknown ones. These are really amazing. If you saw my taste test for that. So I've done about 4, but not many more, just because I just haven't felt up for it. But that's one way I'm doing them this year. So I'm going to squeeze them out. I'll put some into jars, some onto these, and yeah, and then hopefully just have a few for next year. So yeah, we've got plenty of that. We've also got a few cucumbers to come. Look at these, a few more up there. And I thought what we would do as well is pull one of these really long carrots. I've got quite a few in here. Quite a few went to seed, but not all of them. So we'll set this up and we'll pull a couple of these today and see how long they are. Yeah, so some went to seed and they were really rubbish actually. The roots are really forked and everything. They weren't much good at all, but we'll check that in a minute. Right, anyway, I'm going to go through. I'm going to collect tomatoes that are any good. One just fell off, rolled down there. Like these. This is Zyliski Alatau. Look at them, beautiful, still in a beautiful condition. Isn't that wonderful? Fantastic. There's a couple of these here. But I think once I've got most of the tomatoes off today, unless there's really lots to come on a plant, we're going to take all the plants out too, because, you know, we've just come to the end of the season now and it's just too late. Need to put these down here. Too late to keep them, and I want to get other things in the ground. And I think actually out here, I'll show you, it's all very waterlogged, but so I've got some leeks here which I want to go in. I want to get the strawberries in and things like that. We've got spring onions to eat and so on. Oh look, we've even got a strawberry coming. Look. Lots of runners coming. And we've got some other sort of chards and things to go, and lots of things over here. So yeah, it's pretty dull and grey today. We've got plenty of parsley, which you know I've been growing. We've got these potatoes which we grew from seed. I think these are potato Clancy. They're an F1, they're from seed, so I might have some potatoes in there. Lots of basil, some lovely clematis, which has now stopped flowering, but that all came back to life in here, so that was nice. Right, I'm going to get on, collect tomatoes, put them in the basket, and then see what we've got and collect some seeds. It's getting really dark here now, late, so I'm going to come back tomorrow morning and finish off, but I have done more or less all of this side. We've got a nice selection in here for seeds, which I shall be saving. They're all labelled up. We've got a nice selection here, some green ones, but then also some lovely edible green ones. There's a nice selection of tomatoes there. So that's not too bad. Yeah, got all this side to go yet, so I shall come back tomorrow and get on with that. I'll see you in the morning. Okay, that's the end of day 2. I didn't put you all through that, all the cleaning out of everything, but all that side's done, all that side's done. But yeah, look at all the tomatoes that have gone to waste. We've got some here which I can use, some green ones and some cucumbers, last of the cucumbers, some there, but yeah, all this waste, so much of it. It's absolutely, yeah, it's heartbreaking really. You know, there must be kilograms worth of tomatoes here which have just not made it because I was in bed with a banged head. Anyway, so I'm going to come round tomorrow. I'm going to clear up all these tomatoes. We will get one of these carrots out, and I thought we'd pop up to the allotment just to see what that's like, because I haven't been up there either. I think there's lots of pears ready and things like that. So yeah, great. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. So up on the allotment, I thought we'd just quickly pop up here. As you can see, new day, new change of clothes. Right, anyway, okay, look, someone's given me a new water tank, which is fantastic. This is really, really generous of them. So if you ever watch my videos and you know who you are, thank you very much for that. That's going to be really helpful. Pears, look at these. Look at the size of them, enormous. I've taken a couple home earlier, but yeah, really amazing. It's beautiful size on them, look at them. So we'll have a few of those today, I think. I'll collect some of them. Some have fallen on the ground, and I think the pheasants are helping themselves, but yeah, so I haven't been up here at all since I fell off the bike, so everything is looking rather done in. Yeah, weeds everywhere. Oh, they're bouncing back, the artichokes are bouncing back. Celeriac, they're looking good. Oh, that's not bad. Quite pleased with those. So they're going to be okay. Oh, we've got some squash as well. These are cheeky curry. And they're all ready to go home as well. So I need to have all those harvested and de-weeded. Looks like the cabbages are still going. Sprouts are still going. Mangel wurzels, yeah, they're coming on. That one through there is huge actually. Look at the size of that. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, I'll get that when we do a harvest, I'll show you. But yeah, sprouts, they're coming up nice. Look at that. Haven't had sprouts as good as that before. They're good. Wow, they're almost pickable, some of those. Right, cabbages, I say, they're okay. What else have we got? Kale, that's all coming along, that's okay. Need to get in there and sort that out a bit though. Chard, peppermint chard, and some beetroot. God, I've got so much weeding to do, what a pain. Beetroot, I'll have some of them out. Celery, this is the, is it celery blush? Yeah, celery blush. It's got an interesting pinkish sort of colour to it. So I'll have some of that at some point. Looks like I left some of the shallots up here, but I need to have these out. But yeah, they've done all right. These are the Zabroon shallots. Courgettes. Let's put those there for a minute. Courgettes, how are they doing? Oh, I've got a couple. You've seen how tall they got in the end. Look at this one. I'll stand on it. Oh, hang on, where is it? Look at the size of this. This is all the way from down there, all the way up here. If I stand next to it, it's about here. So that's sort of 5'11" sort of courgette plant. So I'll have those few courgettes off there. And I've got a few more here. Sweet corn, all finished completely. And looks like I've got some beans to have. So, potatoes and things. So I've got quite a lot to do. Anyway, I'm not going to do that now. Just thought we'd have a quick look up here, show you how it's going. And then go back to the polytunnel now because I want to harvest one of these really long carrots and see what that's like. So I'll see you back at the polytunnel. Okay, back in the polytunnel. Let's have a look at these carrots, shall we? As I say, these really long ones are supposed to be called Manpukuji carrots, which I got off She Goes Veg Seed Company. But yeah, let's bring in a bit closer and see if we can get one of these out, see how big they are. Okay, right, here we go then. So I've got them. I think sometimes with the carrot, if you push it down, it basically helps to loosen it a bit. So we're going to push this down and see if it makes any difference. Might be able to get this collar off first, perhaps. There you go. It's just a bit of an old squash bottle. Anyway, we didn't need that. So let's clear the top of this. Oh, we've got a decent top to it actually. Let's just see. Give it a little wiggle. Push down, loosen it a bit. It'll probably come out all forked. Who knows? All right, up and down. Let's loosened it. Something went snap. Let's see what it is. Oh, we might be lucky. Ooh, look at this. Look. Ooh, look at this. Look at the size of that. Wow, that's amazing. That is incredible. Fantastic. That must be 1/2 metre or more long. What an amazing carrot. Right, that's one. See if we can get another one, shall we? Let's see what this one's like. That's very well in there. I don't know if you can see how, let's take you off the stand, how big this is. Yeah, see, it's quite a chunky one. I'm really finding it hard to get this out, so I think this must go right down to the bottom. This is a big one. Try not to snap it. Oh, look at that. Here we go. Amazing. Look at the size of that. That's incredible. Woohoo! Look at that. That's enormous. I'm really pleased with these. Look at them. They're amazing. Fantastic. Okay, right. That's it for this week, folks. I'll see you in the next one. It's good to be back, and thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye for now.